Hey, what's up, and welcome in to Good Karma Wrestling right here on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts, along with Brian Rowitz from ESPN West Palm. I'm Jonathan Hood from ESPN Chicago. We hope that you're going to have a great holiday weekend as we talk wrestling with you. Don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, share, subscribe, and comment to everything we do on YouTube. YouTube.com. Look for Good Karma Wrestling there. And, of course, you can follow us wherever you get your podcasts as well for Good Karma Wrestling. Brian, it's going to be a great 4th of July weekend, man. You know why? As far as we know, wrestling card free over that weekend, so we can relax from the WrestleGasm that we had last weekend.
And we're going to have fireworks to celebrate our new world champion. So it's an awesome weekend.
MLW has a new champion?
I don't think so. Who is their world champion? Is it Cross?
Cross, yes, okay. Our friend Cross. You better know that.
That's right. I didn't know that.
He's a friend of the program. You be careful now.
All right, how about NWA champion?
Oh, well. The Real Billy? Yeah, that's Silas, whatever. No, I don't think so. But nonetheless, as we continue on, make sure you leave your comments while we have our conversation about some of the big topics around professional wrestling right here. So we got a big ticket item. And so let's start there. What's our big story of the week?
It did happen this weekend. Sami Zayn, the new world champion, winning at Night of Champions. So let's fill in the blank. Sami winning the world title is blank.
Well, it's wonderful for him. And it's short term for the promotion.
Yeah. Pretty fair.
So here's the thing with Sami Zayn. Watching Night of Champions, I had a feeling, Brian, that he would have a chance to win because of just the way it's announced. Like WWE just has all these tells. As you watch the beginning of that matchup with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn and Gunther, the one thing you heard from Michael Cole through that terrible microphone that he was using, my God, there's been high school games on ESPN West Palm that's way better than that.
Yep.
The technology much better at West Palm than it was in Saudi. Nonetheless, I will tell you that you heard Michael Cole say that, hey, you know, it's now or never for Sami. He's had all these years to win it and didn't get it done in Montreal, didn't get kind of the storylines that we've talked about. And so there was almost a tell, but I just didn't know what the finish would be. And the finish was not shenanigans. It wasn't sleight of hand. It wasn't Cody got cheated. It wasn't Gunther get screwed. It was Sami beating Cody Rhodes. It's been a long time since maybe 2022, 2023 that Cody actually lost a match clean. That's why I'm happy for Sami, because it wasn't the roll of the tight, pulling the tights and all that. It's wonderful for him. Sami winning the championship is wonderful for Sami Zayn.
Yeah, and I agree. I don't think it's going to be a long run, but to fill in the blank, I was legit shocked. We talked about it a week ago. For years on this show, since we started pushed for Sami Zayn as the world champion, I'd given up on that hope. And when it went 1, 2, 3, legit shocked where I was like, all right, what's the wrestling catch here? All this comes out, this happens instead, or that happens. And like, oh no, Sami's the world champion. So to go down like that, like, I give him credit. We've talked a lot about how some of these PLEs are essentially filler shows. They had something legit happen, and I give them credit for that. We've been down on some of their booking, but I was very impressed to see Sami actually then pull the trigger and Sami Zayn become a world champion.
So I need you to take me off the screen here, and I need you to apologize to Sami Zayn and his friends because you, the naysayer, saying they would never happen, that you wouldn't get your heart broken again. So please, just take the stage. I need you to apologize.
Before that, how about the evidence, Your Honor? Back to 2024, 2 years ago, on this show, myself and friend of show Sami Zayn talking about him becoming a world champion. Right. We've talked a lot on this show about the moment when, not if, but when you become world champion is going to be one of those memorable moments. What will that moment mean to you when you finally become world champ?
I really don't know. You kind of don't know till you're in it.
Sure.
But a lot of people have done a lot of incredible things, and when you actually do them, it's not always what you think it's going to be. Including like main eventing WrestleMania or winning or whatever. Like sometimes WrestleMania is just such a stressful time. It's such a stressful day that by the time you go out and do it, there's like nothing left in the emotional reserve. And that's something like a lot of wrestlers or a lot of performers won't tell you, because we're supposed to sell it like it's the most glorious moment in the world. And it really is, especially when you're able to step back from it. But sometimes in the moment, a lot of things don't feel quite how you think they're going to feel. But there's also the total opposite to that rule, which is things you think they're going to be good and they exceed your expectations. Like the stuff when I was doing that, the story with Roman and the bloodline, all that stuff, the stuff in Montreal, we had a feeling they would be incredible. It exceeded all expectations.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I stopped even trying to I don't even think in those terms anymore of like, what is it going to feel like? I don't know. I'll know when I'm there. And hopefully I get there. But if and when I do, I hope I'm just present enough in the moment to appreciate it. And I hope it's a special moment for the audience more than anything.
Now, does that seem like a man that believed he was going to be world champion?
No, and don't forget Sammy and Friends, August 2nd. He's doing comedy back then. Yes, he's doing comedy back then. Not doing comedy now. But that's fine. That's fine. But you still believed in Sammy even after that interview. You still believe that he could be world champion. So I need you to. We're gonna swim in this until you do it.
Okay,
Brian, you're going to have to apologize.
I apologize. Sami Zayn, I tried to believe in you. I believed in you way back when we started this show. I was laughed at by the members of this show, which here's some more evidence for you, Hood. Let's go back to 2022, talking about Sami Zayn as a world champion. I mean, the other one, if we're going to throw just wild fantasy ideas, is there a way to put one of the belts on Sammy? Because you talk about how great KO's been. Sammy's been damn good also. He is so entertaining as part of the bloodline.
Yeah,
Sami
he's been a great
Zayn?
character.
All right.
The fourth member of the bloodline, Jay Hood left.
Jay Hood left. He's gone. He's okay. You know, we gotta.
It's Rikishi's fourth son. It's part of the family. So, Sammy, I apologize for not believing, for giving up hope, but we are back. Sami Zayn is the world champion. I apologize, but it's time to party, even though this will be a one-week run. There you go. Laughed at. But you were the person in that clip. 2022. That's 4 years ago.
I had a power outage in the home. That's why. I wasn't ridiculed. I was just gone because of the power outage. You see?
Okay.
You saw it. You saw it in real time.
Yep.
It was just a J left on the screen. It wasn't my fault. Boy, where's that NWO shirt? I haven't seen that in a while. Well, I haven't seen that since I did the episode. Gotta find that damn thing. I just think that for Sami Zayn, man, that crowd was behind him.
Yep.
And then just the reaction afterwards. And Sammy, as champion, had to realize that when the referee said, "Hey, you got to get out there with the crowd," and Sammy says, "What? Can't hear you. What? I got to do what? Oh, get out there with the crowd." That was, but just the genuine feeling of Sammy, and then from what we read and heard about, Sammy was smiling the entire time in the back, because he was able to realize a lifelong dream. Think about it. I watched this guy in the Indies, in the Midwest, here in Chicago and around the Midwest as El Generico, and he was doing things that we see now all over the Indies and AEW. Think about this. We talk about all these innovators, Brian, like Amazing Red and like all these other guys that have been, but Sammy has never gotten the full credit for being one of those high-flying innovators. So it's almost like El Generico is a different person from Sami Zayn. I'm just glad that he's getting his flowers now, no matter how long the championship reign is. As he said afterwards, he goes, "I don't care what happens tomorrow. I just know today I'm the world heavyweight champion."
Yeah, I completely agree. Because, yes, we'll talk about it later on. I do think it's a run that probably ends in a few weeks. And was it the perfect way for him to win? Probably not. Like him winning at the height of the bloodline, and him being a babyface, that would have been more of a special moment. But the fact that it happened, I give them credit for that. They pulled the trigger. Credit to Cody also. Like, he's someone that's willing to have his shoulders on the mat. Like, I'm happy it happened. Yes. Do I want to fantasy book it down the line? Do I want to see a Sammy and KO world title match? Of course. But in the end, we can still say Sami Zayn was a world champion. Sami Zayn is a Grand Slam champion now. And honestly, I've given up hope on ever believing that would happen.
Yeah, well, you were wrong, pal.
Yeah, I was.
You
and
were
I'm
wrong.
happy to be wrong.
Sami Zayn is the world's heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And so on the, you love for him to have a run where he's taking on certain opponents and he's winning. I don't know how many opponents or how many matches he's going to have playing that championship. But the story is compelling because when we talk about how just kind of how ordinary WWE booking can be, here's a surprise out of nowhere where Sami wins. And again, remember who's in the ring with him. It's Gunther, the career killer, and QB1 Cody Rhodes. He's the underdog in that spot and wins the championship. So it's really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we move on to our 3 count. We've got 3 big topics for you. Let's start with number 1.
All right, we now shift our focus to SummerSlam early in August. The first and the second title match is already being set. Roman will defend against Rollins. TBD on what happens with Sami's title. Obafemi will not challenge for the title, even though he won that opportunity. In the women's division, Io versus Liv Morgan again, and Rhea Ripley still TBD. Are these title matches the right call?
Yeah, so let's just start before we get there with Obafemi because it's all part of the same conversation, right? Okay. So Obafemi says, title. I know I'm the king of the ring, but I got to get after Brock Lesnar. So let's just ask the question. Is facing Brock Lesnar and not knowing whether or not you retire him if you beat him, right? Because there's no stip yet. It's just one-on-one. They both have a win against one another. Is beating Brock Lesnar greater than being the World Heavyweight Champion? And
no,
this is just great. And just beating Brock Lesnar just in a match in Minneapolis.
Right. No, if you want your titles to mean something and be the top of the card, no. Because Brock's just a guy.
Have we seen the King of the Ring winner just kick the can down the road like this?
The only comparable thing would be the Theory Money in the Bank not cashing in on a world champion. Where it's like, logically, like, why are we doing this? Like, WWE, they put themselves in these corners sometimes where, like, Oba could have just not won the tournament and we could have still done all this.
I would have been fine if Seth was in the tournament and Seth won.
Yeah, like Seth and Braun could have been the end of the tournament. You could have done the same match, gotten Rollins as the #1 contender, and then challenge Roman, and we get everything we want that way.
And then Oba still takes Lesnar, and Oba doesn't have to be the king of the ring.
Correct. Like, I don't understand why the logic there.
It's Triple H, man. Wrestling logic. Right? He feels like Oba had to be in a big match for King of the Ring. But now you neuter King of the Ring,
right?
Not having him take on the world champion. But this is the way you circumvent around it. The title, you'll get one later. Now you got to take on Brock Lesnar. And so I don't even know what that finish is in Minneapolis. I have no idea what that is. Like, it's the hometown of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
If Brock loses, what is he coming back for?
So I do feel like it's still going to end up with the title involved. I feel like in 2 weeks, Saturday night's main event at the Garden, I can see Brock taking that title off Sami, and then Oba beats Brock for the title.
Well, who's booking that? Who asked for that match? And well, just tell me the thread. Is there something like Paul Heyman is owed a favor by Adam Pearce in which Brock gets a title? How does Brock get a title match? Like that's the question. That's another question.
Right.
How does Brock? I could see that booking, by the way, because Sami. Look, I know a lot of people that do what we do is trying to get the belt off of Sami. I'm not trying to do that personally.
Right. No, I don't want it to happen.
No, I just know that there's a way to be able to figure out who the next world champion is. And Saturday night's main event, the Garden. Okay, so how does Brock get there? How does he win it? There's no qualifying matches. How does he get there?
You do the Heyman thing, I guess, sort of like you said there, where it's like, hey, I'm giving you this massive match. It's Brock, it's Oba, it's Hell in a Cell. Let's make it bigger. Like, give my guy a title shot. And then off we go.
He's been doing that to Pierce a lot.
Right.
Yeah, he's been shining up Pierce a lot of like, could you imagine what the authors would think about you if you did this, if you did that? Like, I've been seeing that like 3 or 4 times now. It's pretty entertaining, actually.
Yeah.
So
it feels like that's the route. I do applaud them also for making a Hell in a Cell, because when was the last time we saw that outside of the pay-per-view?
We haven't in a while.
Right. So that makes it an even bigger deal. Like, that was out of left field. Didn't see that one coming.
Okay. So Oba says, no, I'll get the title later. Okay, fine. Okay. So we took care of that. We'll put that to the side because that's Hell in a Cell. Now, you said like Sami at Saturday night's main event at the Garden. That makes sense to me. I don't know if WWE will do that. They don't owe the Garden anything. But they owe them big moments, but a title change, I don't know.
So if we're not going that route, then what is the Sami title match? Is it just Sami and Cody one-on-one?
Where?
SummerSlam.
But Gunther also feels like he needs a spot again.
I think we're getting Gunther and Aldis.
Well, how long we've been saying that for a while if we get all this in the ring? You got film on that? You want to pull that out?
We might have asked his wife about that one. Might have gotten us in trouble. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, let's pull that film out of us asking for Aldis to get in the ring. So there's a way to get Gunther out of that title match by having him push Nick Aldis and kind of bully him, and Aldis say you got your one, and then they're going back and forth, right?
Right.
And so Aldis is it. Do you want to see that? You want to see that match?
I'd be into it. I think that could be fun.
Here's the question about that. Does Aldis wrestle like a general manager or a wrestler?
Ooh.
I don't want to see him like down and out and just being punked. I don't want that. I need to compare. Now Gunther wins, of course.
Right.
But I need to see Aldis have some. I want him to be at least as competitive as Pat McAfee.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So 60-40?
Yeah.
70-30? Okay. If that's the match. So Sami against Cody at SummerSlam night 1.
Well, so now reading through stuff. So Cody versus Jey Uso, number 1 contender match on SmackDown Friday. That has already been taped. I won't spoil that. But the winner of that match challenges Sami in your backyard Monday Night Raw in Chicago, July 6th. That's
Sami against who? Against
Cody or Jey, whoever wins the number 1 contender match tomorrow.
And they will wrestle in Chicago?
Yeah, on Raw. Even though it seems like Sami's a SmackDown guy.
What?
Uh-huh.
Oh. So you sure you don't want me to cover that?
Maybe someone makes a return and costs Cody, and then we get Cody versus that guy, if it's Cody in the match.
I see what you're saying. Pepsi Phil makes his return.
He likes his Chicago.
Yeah, Pepsi Phil makes a return, who had a face-to-face stare down with Cody before last time we saw him.
Right.
You recall CM Punk and Cody Rhodes face-to-face.
So maybe there's something there. But God, if they take the title off Sami Monday already, he gets 8 days with it, 9 days with it. That's even low.
I think Kane went through that, right? For a day.
A day, right? Yeah.
Like,
wasn't it a King of the Ring? Like won on Sunday, lost on Monday?
I think so. I think he had it for a cup of coffee, then lost the next night. God.
Sami versus Cody gets me excited. I don't know why they would burn it on Raw unless they do basically what we just did with the main event of those three, where it's like, hey, you're getting a title match, but ultimately no one's going to win, and we're going to run it back as a pay-per-view. But Cody and Sami are telling a story. Like, their promos leading in the Night of Champions were great. The slapping and everything. I'm A-okay with those two main eventing a night of SummerSlam.
Yeah, who goes over? Cody?
Hopefully not.
Well, I mean, got to have some kind of story, pal. Got to have some kind of story. And if Cody gets screwed by, say, a CM Punk, along the way, okay, so now we're off to the races there. The company is a little awkward when Cody's not the man, actually.
Sure.
Even though you might be tired of it, just like, but the whole thing is like, until you get someone that's dominant at the top of the card where you feel like, oh, you don't mind seeing Cody's second or third banana. That's something that's what I want to see. If Cody's going to not be champion, I need someone that's front facing that feels like the champion, like Seth Rollins.
Right. No, I think that's fair. I don't know.
So you asked about the right call. So what about Roman and Seth? What a great promo battle they had on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, storyline wise, like you're just banking on the past. I think those two will deliver.
Yep.
It feels like then Roman goes on vacation again after Rollins eventually wins the title there at SummerSlam. But Rollins deserves a run also. Like, unfortunately, he got hurt last time around, but you got plenty to work with those two.
So you're calling that then? You're calling it?
Oh, yeah.
Rollins beats Roman.
Yes, completely.
It's a lot of wins for Rollins against Roman, That'd be like 4-1 or something like that.
Well, I saw the number going around. I don't think it's that lopsided, like in terms of like actually pinning him.
Okay.
Which is very odd. I know that was basically the whole point of the promo.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So I think that could be fun. And in the women's division, again, you talk about the fact that things you didn't have to do. We got Io and Liv, which was a good match. It's like, hey, now we're going to do it again. It's like, but why?
I mean, well, because she's queen of the ring and she's not like Oba. She's not going to take on B-Fab. That's why. That's why she's doing it. They're doing it again because Io Sky's smart enough to realize I am the queen of the ring, so let's do this again.
Right.
That's why.
Okay, that's fair.
Joe Tessitore calling out, there she is, B-Fab, flanked by Jade Cargill. There she is.
And I guess Rhea's hurt?
Rhea is not 100%. No, this is why it's kind of like open-ended.
Right.
Do I want to see EO Rhea? Eventually, I don't necessarily have to have it at SummerSlam, but it's babyface versus babyface. There's no need to turn either one of them.
Right. No, I agree with that.
So I think that makes sense because Rhea probably won't be ready.
That's crazy.
What's with her, by the way? That's something very underrated. Once a year, there's like a major injury with her.
I know.
Stylistically, maybe she needs to be in AEW. Maybe that's it.
That's the other thing in terms of their booking, though. Like saying she's healthy if she's going to be at SummerSlam, there's not like that obvious contender. They've completely cooled off Raquel. Like Raquel, when we left Royal Rumble, it's like, all right, there's your next champ.
Yeah.
And now she's just second fiddle to everyone. So like,
I don't
who
like that.
would challenge her?
So I'm looking at both rosters, and I'm just thinking about who's hot right now. Like Jade Cargill's had her opportunity, so it's not her.
Lyra as a heel. I mean, that's not really a match I'm dying to see.
No, let her just go through her battles with Bayley. Let's just go through that.
Becky.
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
There's really not much to work with.
You just have a lot of women, but it's just a lot of them in the mid card. That's
right.
The thing. That have not emerged and stepped up to be a champion. But again, you can't tell a story if the champ's not around.
Yeah, that is fair.
So, I mean, but maybe later on this month, maybe she's healthier. But, I mean, time's ticking on SummerSlam. So, the great thing about the business today, Brian, it's great for WWE business in particular. You don't have to build around one person.
No.
It's not like, well, if Rhea Ripley's not there, I'm not going.
Right.
Like it was like with Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior and Shawn and Brett. Like there's a reason why Undertaker, Steve Austin, on and on, right? Where you went specifically for who's at the top of the card and who the champions are, right? In this scenario with the Ice Capades that is WWE, you just go.
Right.
Even if she's not there or not, she could be host. She may not wrestle. Who knows? Insane. That's the difference in the business now in like 15 years ago.
But you have 2 nights to book now.
I know. B-Fab, Meechin.
And that's the thing. Like you talk about Hell in a Cell, you talk about Owen and Brock. If that's not a title match, that still feels like a main event, though. So most of these title matches are not going to be in the main event. There's only 2 spots for that.
Yes. So I guess our idea of Obafemi wrestling twice is out, right? We're still not going to get that. We're not going to get that, right?
We're done with that.
Okay. All right, because that was, for those that are watching us and listening to us for the first time, we thought that Obafemi against Brock, and then Obafemi puts his King of the Ring, he cashes in his King of the Ring to take on
Roman.
Yeah.
Because, winning the tournament to get a title shot is the point of said tournament.
It's just not good writing and bullshit to just be like, yeah, I'm just putting my title shot to the side. Who told you that you could choose? See? Loophole. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. We're too smart as wrestling fans to understand, and again, Obafemi on our screen is better for all of us.
Yes.
But I think everybody wants the rocket ship with him being the world champion at this time.
Yeah, because in this scenario, I don't see a world where he is world champion this year.
Wow.
Like, if it's not SummerSlam, they're not going to do it at like Survivor Series or a random Raw.
Right.
So maybe the Rumble, or maybe it's just like, all right, let's just wait for Mania and do it there.
Hope he's still hot.
Exactly.
Hope he's still hot, man. Hope everyone's still doing the who every time that he speaks.
Ooh. The guy is over. Like, even
is.
the loss to Brock did nothing to cool that down, but put a belt on him.
All right, we move on to number 2 here. And don't forget to leave your comments in while we have our conversation anytime, and follow us at GKW_wrestling on X, on Twitter. Make sure you leave your comments there on what we're talking about every Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern and 4 o'clock Pacific time is when we start.
We saw plenty of wrestling this weekend, including AEW pay-per-view, taking us to nearly 1 a.m. Eastern. News comes out this week, AEW Redemption on July 26th. a 7 o'clock Eastern start. So it's been the debate on social media. What is the right length of a pay-per-view?
Okay, the serious answer is always 3 hours.
Okay.
It's how I was raised, how you were raised.
Yep.
The pay-per-views were 3 hours or less. Now, if I have promotion, if I have GKW as a promotion, and if I got enough talent, it's 3 hours, and then you get a bonus match before the pay-per-view starts.
Okay.
I also think that the pre-shows are way too long too. Everything can't be the Super Bowl or the Kentucky Derby, for God's sakes.
Right.
You don't need an hour or two to explain what you have gone through all throughout the week. No one's saying, okay, you know what? I haven't seen wrestling in a long time. Let me watch a 2-hour pre-show or an hour pre-show of stuff that you've seen on social media and you've seen on the shows. So my idea is 3 hours max. If it goes 3 hours, show me the credits. Gone. Even if it's in the middle of the match. Swerve and Ospreay. Doesn't matter. We got to go. So long, everybody. That's how it works. And then I think that for 15 minutes, you can tell all your stories that you want to for the pay-per-view, but give me that darkish match. It's not dark match, but that darkest match to get that bonus match to lead into the pay-per-view. Is that fair?
I think that's fair. I can go to 4 hours, though, especially with a 7 o'clock start. Like, we go 7 to 11, I'm good with that.
Oh, my God.
Forbidden Door, like, it was nearly 1 a.m. by me. Like, it was a struggle. Like, I watched that main event literally standing up because I would have been asleep on the couch otherwise.
Oh, my God.
And it was a great match. And it's it's not because, this main event's slow. Like, it was an unbelievable main event. We'll talk about a match of the week. Like, it's obvious. It was Swerve and Ospreay. But 5-6 hours, it's a little much. I mean, even WWE, before they went to 2-night Manias, those 1-night Manias that were 6-7 hours, completely unnecessary.
No.
And they're the other end of the spectrum. Yes, I'd rather see more wrestling. If you're paying for one of these AEW pay-per-views, you are getting your money's worth. But then, let's maybe shave 5 minutes off here or just cut a match completely and everyone goes home happy.
The right length is the length that we saw this past weekend for the Night of Champions and the Great American Bash.
Okay. I think that's fair.
Because it wasn't the customary 3 matches or 4 matches over 3 hours. You actually had some length there.
Yes.
So I think, Brian, and again, I'm just an old wrestling traditionalist. Don't mind me. But I like my pay-per-views 3 hours in and out. Your 4 hours, listen, here's the difference. And this is why you're a miserable cuss. It's because your news comes on at 11.
Yes.
Can I just tell you? Let me tell you something.
Yes.
If I grew up with my news at 11, I'd be miserable too. I
worked in that world. Our sports news is 11:22 every night.
I don't understand.
That is very late.
As a lifelong Chicagoan, I don't understand that. Do you realize that I covered a Final Four? Was it in St. Pete?
Okay.
Years ago? It might have been in Tampa. We just just crawl to the press box. It's 9:23 for the start of the 9:23.
Yeah.
I'm sitting next to John Rothstein. He goes, "What's wrong?" I go, "I am exhausted." He goes, "What's the matter?" I go, "This East Coast time is nonsense."
We are by far the worst time zone.
Oh my God. 9:23 for the start of the Final Four?
Yeah.
It's no. I'm a Central Time guy. And by the way, if God blessed me to be on the West Coast, I'd be a West Coast guy. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
I love the Pacific time.
Let's watch our sports. Oh, 9 o'clock. Still want to go to dinner?
Yeah.
Time.
Yes.
It's that's what I love. For those of you watching us on the West Coast, you've got the best time for sports and wrestling.
Yes.
So that means that it was over at 10 o'clock in San Jose, right?
Yes.
So
even that's late.
It's late, especially if you've invested 5.5 hours. It's a long night. So there's no dinner. There's nothing open.
No.
So that's bad. But no, I like the 3 hours. You could tell timing wise, six matches, your best 6 matches, maybe 7 matches in a pay-per-view, and get out of there.
And that's the thing, Forbidden Door starts this debate, looking at this card where it was 8-9 matches. There isn't a match where all right, we don't need that. But every match at minimum went 17 minutes.
No.
There were multiple 25-minute matches.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
No one's timing it. No one's timing it in the back. That's the problem. You can't do it. You had the pay-per-view time because you paid for it, right?
Right.
It doesn't mean you got to use it all up.
Like 1750, 2630, 1810, 1815, 1845, 1645, 2455, 3050, 3530.
No, it's too long.
Yeah.
It's way too long, man. No, that should be. And listen, people pan Triple H for this, the short cards and more commercials, which is insane, and then like the long entrances. But man, you don't feel like you're just exhausted at the end of the night though with those shows. And when we talk about AEW, it's not like we're mad at the match quality. Correct. Absolutely not. It's the best that we have going in wrestling today, the match quality. But man, the reason why that the match quality is so good is because everybody's over, because everyone's got time to get over.
Right.
Jesus. Like, can I get over in 7 minutes?
No.
Not in this company. Just like, realistically, you compare this to boxing or MMA, right? They don't go all the way through.
Right. Yeah. There's plenty of one-round knockouts. Like,
so where's that in AEW? See?
Change of pace. No one would see that coming.
1 a.m. is to me wrestling malfeasance to me, because you must have to care about the audience that has to go to work the next day. Right? You have to care about that. You just can't just assume, well, I'm up and I've got Red Bull and I'm just not timing the matches and I'm a wrestling sicko. Okay, all right, that's fine, but you have to care about when enough's enough.
Right.
Jesus. It's like, but I mean, if you have a pay-per-view that you're showing in your mind as a promoter, you're hoping that they're watching all the way through, but you have to know as a promoter also, they're watching your show in 2 or 3 parts. Is that how you want it? So people might forget it down the line?
Well, that's the other thing. Like the 7 o'clock Eastern start for Redemption, everyone's like, all right, we're gonna get done earlier. I don't know if that's a guarantee. I think he just might find a way to squeeze in another hour. It's like, all right, we can go to midnight now. Like, we'll end at the same time. It's another hour of matches.
Tony has to realize, and Tony's going to do what he wants to do. I'm just saying that when he had his shows, a few shows in the afternoon, it was the best, because you still had the same amount of people that are investing. You don't have to have it at night. You can start in the middle of the day.
Right.
I mean, we just went through TNA in Boston, right? They were on it with 5 o'clock Eastern or whatever. Okay. And so Nick Nemeth said, he goes, we go through the TNA Slammiversary. I do my media, and he's like, oh man, well, I guess I'm all done. He opens the back door and there's light. He goes, oh my God, there's still light out. Guys, you want to go to the restaurant? So they went to the bar afterwards because it was 8 o'clock. And so there was still time, right? He goes, man, we can still daylight. I mean, you can still have your dedicated audience and then shift the time. Right. Where people are not up until 1 a.m.
Well, here we can actually shift to this one. Wembley, All In, the end of August. It'll be a day start, I believe 11 a.m. Eastern start there. We know Ospreay will be there challenging for the title. We don't know against who yet. Next week, MJF versus Kenny. Kenny, if he loses, will never challenge the world title again. We've talked about it in the past. We've seen some things change. What should be the Wembley main event?
Let's start with Kenny Omega. Was he not in the building when Cody did the same thing? Was he not in the building when Cody said, I'm not going to vie for the championship if I lose this match? I mean, what is that?
Hangman. The Bucks brought it up. They said this is the 4th time the Elite have done it, because the Bucks did it for the tag titles also, but they won.
Why does this stipulation keep coming up?
I was wondering the same. Is it a way to not get rid of, but almost say like, hey, we're not going to have the same people up there, and we're telling you that up front. Like, it is going to be a new generation of champions. You don't need to worry about it being WWE where it's the same 4 or 5 guys.
Okay. Let me see if I can do this. See if I can talk you into this.
Okay.
All right. Now, my opinion has not changed when we brought this up before about what should be the Wembley main event. I said that MJF would be the champion. Why did he have to go through the route of going through Darby to be able to get back there again? Whatever. Fine. Sure. MJF's the champion. And I said MJF and Ospreay is the story that you want to tell. However, Omega had one of his best promos I've seen in a long time, and he's not a promo guy, right? It was heartfelt. The people in San Diego were with him. Can I talk you into a 3-way where Omega loses, MJF loses, and Ospreay wins? That way, he gets his title match that he'll never get again.
Right.
And then he's gonna fade off into the sunset in 2026 at some point. Can I talk you to a 3-way for the title?
I'm good with it. So in that world, is Kenny winning on Wednesday? Because now you got that wrinkle in there.
Kenny against MJF, right?
Yeah, that's Wednesday night for the title. And if MJF wins, Kenny can't challenge again.
See,
they don't do the schmazzy finish, but that would be a way to do that.
Yeah. Okay. So what if that's a DQ finish?
Right.
Does that have to be a finish? Yeah. So if that's a DQ finish, then we can get around that. And that way it empowers Omega or Tony Khan to put Omega in the match.
I'd be fine with that. And that's the thing. From a pure wrestling standpoint, obviously Kenny and Ospreay are going to do things that very few can do. Maybe outside of Swerve, the only other person. But MJF is going to tell the story, and MJF can still go in the ring. Like, he's not someone where it's like he's just storyline. He has it all. The triple threat would be fun. I think it would add a different intrigue. And it would also just add a different element because we've known for what feels like a year at this point, like, Ospreay winning the title at Wembley is the plan. Obvious works at times. Like, let that happen. We don't need to outthink everyone. But making a triple threat is a different angle that I'd sort of be okay with.
That's the way that way we get everything, right?
Yeah.
We get Ospreay winning the championship in his country. We get Omega one more time in a big match, and we get MJF.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
And again, we just had to go through like the route of Darby Allin. Congratulations, Darby. He's married now. And of course, it had to be a wrestling trope. The whole thing had to be a wrestling wedding. It's crazy.
I think that's an understatement. Like, Brody King chopped Darby's father, and Darby's mother body slammed him on the dance floor onto thumbtacks. That doesn't happen in many weddings.
This is so ridiculous. I'm shocked you weren't there to cover it.
I'm really disappointed I wasn't.
I wish you were there with the camera just to take a look at that. What that was like. Just nuts. Just nonsense. Unbelievable, Darby Allin. But I think that this is what it is, man. That should be the Wembley main event. And I'm trying to think, is there anything else that look, Hangman Page still looms.
Yeah.
Hangman Page's moves were in that matchup between Swerve and Ospreay. Yeah.
The other weird one is, like, because of the fact they're doing it next week at Beach Break instead of Redemption, you still have a pay-per-view main event you need to fill, which I guess you could throw Andrade in there.
Against MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah, since we didn't get it at at the pay-per-view in San Jose with Forbidden Door, we're owed a title match,
right,
with MJF. And I understand this what's happening on Wednesday. I don't think that that's going to be a conclusive finish. You don't want to do that just on the road, just on Dynamite. You don't want to do that. So I feel like we're owed another match. But see, here's the thing. Idolo is so freaking hot. Like, I feel like that's a future world champion. That's a problem with this company. They got 10 guys that could be world champion, and MJF.
You look at Wednesday, Beach Break, actually here in Florida. It's about 4 hours from me, but like, it's a card that it's like, should I make the drive? Like, we're also getting Fletcher and Takeshita on Wednesday.
What city is it in?
Clearwater.
Oh, no. You can't make it. That's too far. That's too far. That's a bridge too far.
It is.
But that's a good card, though.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Like, it's Kenny MJF for the title. It's Takeshita and Fletcher. There's a women's casino gauntlet to get a title shot at Redemption. Like, it's a pay-per-view level card.
That's good, actually. That's a good card. That's AEW, not surprised.
Right.
Or the best Russell.
That's right.
So I think we answered that, like the Wembley main event. And I'm trying to think, is there anyone else, but just nothing I can come up with that would be the Wembley main event that would involve MJF. I think a three-way MJF can complain that it was two other guys against him.
Yep.
We could still see a lot of Ospreay against Omega one-on-one, because that's a talk too. People want to see Ospreay against Omega one more time. People want to see that match, and it's kind of like, how do you can't get there unless Ospreay is the champion. He defends against Omega somewhere.
What if we do this way of Schmazzy finish Wednesday, so MJF retains.
Yeah.
And then, all right, Kenny, you get another shot. Ospreay puts his number one contendership on the line at Redemption, and they go time limit.
Well, I like that. It's in Montreal, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
And just let them go 30, maybe 60, just 30 minutes, and like then they're both going to Wembley.
Draw.
Yeah.
Hope that's not the main event. That's the one way to kill the town.
Yeah.
I'm just you better have another stacked card.
They will. You don't need to worry about that.
Well, then put that first then. Okay,
sure.
Okay, so that people won't leave.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, because that's a Canadian there, and if Omega gets screwed and it's a draw. Okay.
Right.
So is that the Bell Center? Is that what they're running the Canadians building?
Is it that big? Would they run something that big?
Yes. They just ran the Shark Tank. So yes.
Okay. It is the Bell Center. How about that?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
It's Canada. They'll be fine.
Just Brian, about AEW, and you can, and while I'm talking, you go through WrestleTix.
Yeah.
Just to go back and look at the San Jose. I want to say it was less than 10,000 people. One way I look at AEW or WWE is ticket sales. I don't have the time to go through the YouTube numbers like you would to be able to see what happens with WWE, AEW, these other companies. But ticket sales matters. Butts and seats. How many tickets are distributed? And last time I remember they were in Montreal, AEW, it was not good. And I think this is with Cope and Christian.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
On the card. Yeah, it was not a great card. So just remember who AEW was at the beginning. 19,000 people, hot crowds in NBA and hockey buildings.
Yes.
And now it's really settled down to like 3,000 or 4,000 on a high end 8,000 or 9,000. That's tough.
They did 9,000 on Sunday in San Jose.
That's a 17,000 seat building.
Yeah, it was set up for like 9,300. They did a little over 9,000.
The setup. It's always the way. Oh, we set it up for a sellout. No,
do what you got to do.
No. It's like Moose saying we sold out Slammiversary at the Aganis. No, 2,300. No, it was not a sellout, Moose.
Whatever.
But you know what I'm saying? Like when they first started, that's like 15,000, 16,000 people. Yeah, and now you can just tell when you can't do the WWE business, you must find the guy at the top of the card. MJF is good, and he wrestles well. But now, if Will Ospreay, when he wins the championship, I look forward to seeing how he can elevate that whole company to get the fans back in abundance.
I agree. It's going to be fun though. Like we don't need the pay-per-view for All In, but All In will be awesome.
Speaking of tickets, the Allstate Arena, you mentioned the Chicago show that's going to be coming up. Sluggish tickets at the Allstate. Sluggish.
Need to announce a certain Chicago guy coming back, maybe.
Maybe that would help bump it up a little bit, right? It's been very quiet, but I just read that before we came on the air. Surprisingly, in Chicago, not the South. But remember last time they were here in Chicago, John Cena. We covered it here at GKW.
That's right.
So,
maybe that's why you're getting a title match on Monday.
Yeah. So. Needs a little something, a little bump. All right. So we went through our 3 topics, and now we have even more news and notes for you.
Yep. Some familiar faces returning or debuting in the WWE. Fightful reports Big Bill, a.k.a. Big Cass, is done with AEW and headed back to the WWE. Just a few weeks ago, rumors are going around that Enzo would also be headed back. Reports also this week, Baron Corbin making his return to the WWE, and Santana reportedly done with Impact and headed to the WWE.
So where's the topic on the bottom of the screen here that says, how would you describe Big Bill's run in AEW? Where's that topic that's on the bottom here? Where is
happened?
That? What do you think of Big Bill's run? Well, Ryan, it's just, once again, the bias against the big guy. Big Bill, terrible name. Timberland boots and jeans.
He did have that great match before he actually signed with AEW. Remember when he was with Impact and they brought him in to face MJF, Cody? There was something MJF adjacent. Was it Cody?
Maybe.
And that was really good. I remember that.
No, it was really good. A big guy, well-spoken. God, he's a more flexible Nash.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I mean, look at him. Even though he's facially looking like Adam Copeland, but it's just, which is strange. But it's just like now going back to WWE, a big guy like that, as long as he's not just mired in the same spot he was before, where he's, get over with the mic, but kind of middle of the card, like you got an opportunity here. But Enzo coming back,
you're talking about playing to the WWE audience. Those guys have got it down.
You may be playing with fire with that. Now this is a little looser situation in WWE
Sure.
than it was under Vince. Now, hold on a second. What's Enzo going to say? Oh God. Oh no.
You hit the catchphrases, you play the hits, and you move on. That's it.
He's going to shoot on somebody, and it's going to be bad. Just telling you, man. I had to go to the Indies, and I had to leave because Vince McMahon. I'm like, okay. Well, that'll be all. That's it. And he pulled the plug. Just saying, like, and that act was over. That act was over and undermined by the guys in the back because they thought Enzo was moving too fast. Remember, that's what the reason is. Like, remember that promo Miz had on him?
Yeah, they unnecessarily broke the two of them up for no reason. Like,
Miz talked about how Enzo was just too smart for his own business and just like, you're so talented, but yet you're so dumb and all this kind of stuff. Like that shoot thing that Miz does every now and then.
Right.
When he breaks character. Like, holy smokes. So that will be interesting. You mentioned Mike Santana. Is that NXT or main roster?
I feel like they usually start those guys in NXT. Like we saw with Ethan Page, with Ricky. Feels like he starts there.
How about that clean break? Lose the title at Slammiversary. And it's like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, that's
wow. Okay. And then the other one was
Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin, who's not been on Busted Open for some months now, has not done his radio show. So that makes sense. I feel like we're missing one. Oh, Eric Young was released.
Oh, yes. Which he said was his decision.
Okay, that's fine. Like he said, I think that makes it. So he should be a producer. It looks like he might be going to NXT. I think that's perfect for Eric Young.
Yeah, I think that's good.
These Orlando guys, man, they don't have to leave. They just drive right up to NXT and work in the performance center. It's perfect.
Elsewhere news and note, WWE with a schedule announcing this weekend a double feature coming to Texas. AAA and NXT taking place on August 30th. Doors opening at noon Eastern. Coincidentally, same time, same day. AEW All In also taking place.
Do you need me to go down to Edinburgh, Texas, and cover that?
You want to cover some AAA?
It just they just never learn WWE. Do you really think that you're taking audience away by doing this back-to-back show in Edinburgh, Texas? I mean, the AEW has the best wrestling right now. It's about bell to bell, like story, whatever. But just like the in-ring is there. No one's saying, nope, I'm going to go over here to Edinburgh, Texas and watch 6 hours of AAA and NXT Heatwave. Yeah. Stop. Like you can't stop AEW from running the business. It's not like AEW is doing it to WWE. It's just Triple H is just so fucking petty. He just can't allow, like, hey, here's an idea. Have your shows on Saturday. You got the night, you got the day for yourself. And then on Sunday, AEW can have their day to themselves. Why do you try to split the audience? It's not working.
Oh, yeah. Like I saw the numbers, the impact numbers. No one was watching that this weekend, which also ran against AEW. And it's unnecessary.
Just like, stop. It's like old radio wars. Like you're not doing anything. You're not helping anything, you know?
I'm actually surprised. Like you talk about AAA, like I'd say they're a hot product right now, mainly because of the mask versus mask. I'm surprised they didn't save that to run against All In. Like all the momentum that match had. Like, hey, come watch this instead.
Yeah. That would definitely get some interest for sure. Like that's the best match AAA can put on.
Right.
Because what are they since then, Brian? What are they since then?
The Kingo's there. Dirty Dom's there.
The Kingo was like in NXT, wasn't he? Did he wrestle in it? I said, he's better than that.
Yes.
He shouldn't be there trying to teach the kids at the Performance Center. Like, I just think that Triple H and Lee Fitting and WWE and TK are just so petty. This ain't Vince McMahon against Jim Crockett. You're not taking audience away.
Do you have a meeting? That's what he feels like.
Do you have a meeting at the top of the hour?
I do. We can wrap it up soon.
All right. I can hear the chime. I can hear the good karma chime. Yes, everyone can hear it. The good karma chime. Sounds like people are entering the chat, apparently.
They are. Well, then let's get to our matches of the week.
Are you speaking in the meeting or are you just there to watch?
Yeah, I got to speak in it also.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let them know that this takes precedence right
Okay.
here at the wrestling show. Tell them this arm of the company is working. It's cooking.
Yeah.
Tell them. Pardon, I'm sorry I'm late, but this part of the arm, the arm of the company here, the wrestling arm is cooking. Seth against Braun Breaker in the cage match. The reason why I like that is because the finish was in the cage.
Okay.
And no one leaving.
Yeah, that's different.
Different for a cage match.
I am curious to see what the future is for Braun. It feels like talk about guys that have cooled off. Like what's next for him? I agree that was good. But how about this? I got another NXT 2 weeks in a row. I did watch the main event of Great American Bash. Layla Gray versus Lola Vice, friend of show. Those two delivered.
That was a fantastic main event. What I loved about it is that Kendall Gray, every time she tries some, Lola Vice cut her off. Every time that she did something, as soon clothesline, I'm going to cut you off and I'm going to do something else to you. So that was good. Zarya against Tatum Paxley, also on the Great American Bash, very good.
Okay.
I thought that obviously Santana and Nick Nemeth for the TNA Championship. First time that anyone kicked out of the spin the block of Mike Santana ever.
Huh.
I got detail, pal. I'm prepared today.
Wow.
I got my coffee. The Dogs against Adam Copeland and Cage.
So I had from that show Pac versus Umano. I don't know how to pronounce it. The New Japan champion. That match was good.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
I enjoyed that on Sunday.
And Team MJF and Team Briscoe gave me more than I expected.
I agree. I really wasn't into that coming into the match. And then some of the stuff they did that were so different, like an orange slice into an open wound. Like
I know.
Didn't see that coming.
I need you to try that when you're covering your youth sports, your high school sports this fall. I want you to find out whether or not that's a thing. Take one of the students, take one of the players, and just squirt the orange juice into an open wound. Tell me if that stings or not.
Very entertaining. And then, of course, obviously, Swerve and Ospreay are on a different level than really everyone in professional wrestling.
Sami Zayn winning the championship against Cody and Gunther.
Yeah. Solid weekend.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And that's why we cover it here on Good Karma Wrestling. Make sure that you leave your comments and follow us on X, on Twitter at GKW_wrestling, and on Instagram as well. He doesn't make a graphic for that, but it's on Instagram at Good Karma Wrestling is where you can find us. Keep that conversation going. We hope that you have a great 4th of July holiday, and we'll be back here next week with another edition of Good Karma Wrestling. For Brian Rowitz from over there, and what state are you in?
Sunny South Florida.
That's right. For